Please don't shoot another youth. What is this country coming to? Youth them die in the streets. Please them kill too many youth now. I'm tired of this corruption. Everything was fine in this country so that Abubakar tried to overthrow the government like this with Grenada. All the oil in this country got. They use them sitting dogs. That gang leaders talking about them community leaders. More like dogs. Everybody hands dirty. From the police, to the government, to the government. Gracious Father, please help me, countrymen.
Hey, Pops, morning.
Help me, son-in-law. Where you? Where are you this early?
I'm an early shift now, Pops. Remember, what do you have in the kitchen?
Never mind what's in the kitchen. Sit down there. What's this? You see? Your folks done did it again. Killed another youth. Soon you and your friends can break last year's homicide record.
You're funny, Pops. What's this y'all business? I didn't kill the boy. Remember, Pops, I brought the Northeast Division Task Force. Better part of the South Division. The boys need to stay to that street. That's what the city has done for you.
What? That boy had biscuits and a bottle of Molly. And the double like of that? And not giving none of this curfew business. Them shot that boy in the whole of the daylight.
Look, Pops, until you're in the shoes of the police, you can't say nothing. Understand?
They understand that the people they protested. They blocked the whole of Peter Highway. That's bad for my business. Cancel the road.
Alright, Pops, okay? You're winning. Say, Pops, what do you have in the kitchen this morning? It smells real good. What's today's breakfast special?
We made sour roti and tomato choka.
I thought that was it. I probably not to take too much.
Hey, you better not. That breakfast was last till noon. Hear me? Oh, man. Love that way.
All jokes aside, Pops. I know the cop that shot the boy. Pops, he was a good man. Listen, Pops, the media always twists things around. Unless you're there, you can't make assumptions. Sometimes it's a matter of life and death.
Well, all I have to say is that there's another mother with a child.
I know, Pops, I know. Listen, I got to get to the station. I can't be late for expected group.
Okay. Wait, say, where's my daughter? She haven't been here to see she for another week. What we doing to she?
Oh, Pops, you know your daughter. She's more strapped mine. The plumber's just finished laying down the water pipe for the salon. She's going down to the building with the department this afternoon. Hopefully the building threat to come tomorrow.
Man, I forgot about this salon. I got it just like Shimura. Shimura was always doing something. Heading some committee at the church. Running some partner. Starting a new side business. Shimura. That was an amazing woman. Too bad the Lord took she over.
Yes, Pops. Mama Charles is a good woman. It's hard to believe in 3 years. Pops, it's going to be a good day. Weathermen say not a cloud in the sky. Enjoy your day, Pops. And remember, Mama Charles is in a better place now. She's not sick no more.
You know, but every time I think about she, what that comes to the eye.
And it should, Pops. Mama Charles is a great woman. Well, Pops, I really got to make a run to the station. Expect to go in the dock and pay 5 days.
Okay, son. Good morning. What should I say? Good morning. How you doing? The Yankee boy came to save the day. All hail the great American savior. What you doing? Sorry, I
way, I had to go drop off my research paper to my architecture professor. I'm telling you, you would have loved this paper. It was on the architecture of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, buddy. Say, you have to drop off a paper this early in the morning? Why don't you email the thing?
Professor, I'm very old school. He's in the office every morning at 5 a.m. He doesn't accept emails. But I'm telling you, you would have loved this paper.
Yes, everything about Trinidad and Tobago we love. Did you write about the Spanish and Victorian architecture? What about the Red House? Them buildings was built by the British.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, architecture. Wow. Now that's a good profession. Then I know why my daughter want to do theatrics.
Mr. Phil is theater. And I understand what you're saying, but you should let her follow her dreams. Because if you don't, she'll become an old, bitter woman and blame for the rest of your life. And then when you're too sick and too old to take care of yourself, she'll put you in a nursing home to rot and die.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. But you never wanted to say she didn't believe me. Children kill their parents in the States all the time, blaming on traumatic childhood experiences.
You see? That's why Americans crazy. Children have more rights than the girls. Say, how things between you and the doctor?
That's a very good question, sir. I thought everything was going fine. She hasn't been returning my calls. You were supposed to go to the movies last week. But I guess she has no time for a dumb angel like me.
No patient of mine. So, that girl's a free spirit like she would have was. But no make she soon come home. That girl mother was like a child. When the 16th from morning running up. When the doctor told me about your cancer, I knew Miss Sweetie wouldn't be here though. The cancer took she 3 months later.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wish I could have met her. Sounds like a wonderful woman.
She was the one of 3 children. Fine, man.
You know, Mr. Phil, everyone at the university thinks I'm automatically rich just because I'm from America. I'm probably the poorest American in Trinidad. If my grandfather let me in this house when he lived, I'd probably be dead right now. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was running the streets, I was selling drugs.
Ah, you're the street pharmacist!
Yes, but I would have a better word.
That's a dangerous lifestyle. Wrong way up. I'm glad you came to your senses.
I'm glad I did too.
So, where your granny sitting on this?
My grandmother? I mean, my grandmother was like pure hell. And then one day, my business supplier who supplied the ganja and ecstasy.
Ecstasy? That's a designer drug. That's too much to get.
Yes, so my business supplier, he was shot dead. That night I went home, and I looked in the mirror and I told myself, I wanted more out of life. I was a wannabe gang banger. How was someone that was declared talented and gifted end up running the streets and selling the drugs? That's when I knew I wanted more out of life. I was too smart to be a gang banger. Selling drugs was only going to get me killed or put in jail.
Say, Davis, what happened to your parents?
Well, my father was in prison, in Attica prison upstate New York. And my mother, well, she passed. She was turning a trick when they said something went wrong. John killed her, shot her right in the head. It's hard to believe that was when I was 15 years old.
Turning a trick? You mean prostitution?
Yes.
My brother, I'm sorry to hear this unfortunate news. I'm glad you came to your senses.
I'm glad I did too.
Say, where your father went up for? If you don't mind telling me.
Well, murder in the first degree. Not only was he a drug addict, but he was also involved in the Caribbean drug trade. During a raid in Virginia, he shot and killed a DEA agent. The judge sentenced him to life. So you see, I had to make a choice, to live or die. I chose to live, because as you can see, living and dying on the wrong side of the law is in my DNA.
Thank you, gracious Father, for your grace and your mercy.
Yes, I thank him every day. So where was I? I remember one day my grandmother called me and told me she had something to tell me when I got home. So after a long night of drinking and doing Lord knows what with my friends, I came home. My grandmother told me, "Your grandfather passed and left you a house in Port of Spain." I was amazed. The grandparent I had at one time in my life left me a house in Trinidad. That's when I knew this was my ticket out of the hood. This was my ticket out of Liberty City. This was my ticket to a better life.
Liberty City? I heard about Liberty City. It's a rough neighborhood.
Indeed.
Go on now. The story is good.
So I gave myself 3 months. I saved up my drug money, took the GED and SAT, did whatever I had to do to stay under the police's radar. I had saved up about $3,000, bought myself a ticket to Trinidad, and didn't even look back. I didn't tell my grandmother I was going until I landed. It's hard to believe that was almost 8 years ago.
That's an amazing story. You need to share that with other people, especially the children. Let them know that anyone can change.
I try to share my story with anyone I can, even the children in the neighborhood. If my story can help someone change, so be it.
Say, was it hard to get your work papers?
Well, luckily, since my mother was born in Trinidad, I was real citizenship. So in time, I got my work permit, and then more along the line, I got my permanent residency. You see, everything happens in God's timing. It's hard to believe that I was a drug dealer in Liberty City. You see, coming to Trinidad was the best thing I ever did. Coming to Trinidad saved my life.
You know what? You're a great worker. You're an amazing worker. Even though you can't buy water.
Oh, this is where I have a joke for you. The guys at the university tell me this one all the time. Make sure you tell Fabian this one. Does your father cut can? Hiya, sweet sir.
Okay. Just for today, John. And separate the roti into 3 separate pans and put the last one of choke at the end. Stop telling jokes. Fake jokes.
Mommy brought you food. It's the seeds. What you got to do today?
Well, it isn't the most faithful customer. Oh, you know, there's been a... Does your father cook cake? How you sweet sauce.
What's that note on yours? Whether to go born in crazy school, we just had to stop buying St. Months.
Yes, and garden to your too. Tell me now, did you hear about what happened in Beetham Gardens?
Yeah, Miss saw him on the TV crying eye water. It's shameful was out around here. People them say he was a good youth, never given mother any problem. People on the street say it was mistaken identity. Police them shoot or kill instead of trying to bring them into life to prosecute them. What good them do dead? With them dead, you can't find out any information. With them dead, they'll not know nothing.
Yeah. They tried to tell me something like that, but I'm not want to hear it.
Tell me now. You forget about tonight.
Tonight?
Brought you, Phil. You forget again. We told you we got tickets to the Steel Jump Festival tonight at the Performing Arts Center. You now want to hear the national instruments of Trinidad and Tobago in the company of a beautiful woman like me.
Instruments? Yes. But tell me now, who is this beautiful woman? Just kidding, girl. Listen, I'm sorry. I forgot. Okay. I gotta lock the shop tonight. I gotta talk about it. Oh, see?
I love that. Morning, Mr. Charles.
Hello, my baby. Hey, Donna. Hey, apple on the eye. And she popped and cried. Hello, Mr. Monasing. Where you go?
Another thing, Mr. Charles.
On that note, we better be on the way. We can't be late for work. Bye-bye, what's it do?
Mr. Charles, you remember some tea when I ate breakfast this morning? You know I got some from the back.
Sure, I can ask me for that.
Thanks, Mr. Charles.
Kendra, watch me from here.
Yes, Daddy?
Why you so rude to the woman? What you got here?
Not tea.
Then why you always vex with she? She do you nothing.
Ever since Mommy passed off, all
wonderful years together. She was my best friend till the Lord took she. Now, don't worry. Your father, I'm never remarried. It's not fair to compare baby with the sheep. No one can compare to your moral standards. Now, you're 22 years of age, right? You stay at your business, right?
Yes, Daddy.
I is a grown man, 57 years of age, right?
Yes, Daddy, we know.
Then keep out my business. Now, I would never do anything to hurt you. You're my baby. But, you must remember, I'm still a young man. Even though I am a widow, you're still decent.
Oh, what are you trying to say?
What I am saying is, we will have a lady friend from time to time.
Daddy!
Listen, I will have my lady friends, but no one will ever replace you around.
Okay, Daddy. Me not like it. Okay.
So, have you spoke to your sister? She went to the building department today. She's supposed to get the land inspection on the salon.
What did she last night? She told me the same thing.
Well, next time you speak to she, can you tell she to come see she father? Please?
Yes, Daddy, we will.
Thank you. So, who is this special man in your life now? The Jamaican?
Yes, Daddy.
The Jamaican!
Daddy! The Jamaican man is fine and has class in the morning and says she'll be here by 2 to take me to class.
Okay. You know Davis is back there on vacation, right? Them say you're not calling. Them say you have a date and you break it.
What? What is he talking about? It was not today. That was a week ago. May I just see the Romeo and Juliet picture from my film class? It was a class assignment from the drama class. We just didn't want to go with Miss So may I ask you? But Gabriel coming back first, so we won't leave.
Okay. Just be careful. You're big woman now. You don't have time for the games. You're not American. Let me take to you. You can see it in your face.
Well, I'm nice. To tell you the truth, I like them more.